Easy to understand and operate with one-button scrolling and simple directions. Inspired technology with a human touch. Nokia. Connecting people.
The great outdoors is even better when you're wearing Walls insulated clothes. Walls has been keeping active folks warm and comfortable for over 50 years. We have insulated work clothes that are rugged as the people who wear them, and tough outerwear that looks great riding the range or riding into town. All sized to fit your build and priced to fit your billfold. Walls, leading the way outdoors.
Walls quality outwear is available at a retailer near you.
With the North Star system. Are you ready to live without limits? Set me free. Unchain my heart.
And over easy.
Take these back.
They're
over hard. Try again.
I think I liked you better smoking. He's quitting. Cold turkey.
Hey, I'm quitting myself. Can I suggest?
Nicoderm CQ. Does that help?
If it didn't, you'd be wearing these eggs.
With a 24-hour stream of medicine, Nicoderm CQ calms even nasty cravings. It's the power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to quit successfully.
You know what? I like you better not smoking.
Behold, a technological breakthrough for humanity.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Karen Thomas in for Joe Chernikoff.
And I'm George Mallet. Christmas is over, so why on earth are the mall parking lots so full? That's first on Fox tonight. Nationally, this hasn't been a great Christmas for retailers, but locally...
Now, this is going to head northeastward by tomorrow. We are going to see some snow on the ground. This is how it should pan out. Snow on interior sections and then a mix of rain and snow south and eastward, all the way down from Atlantic City, even Monmouth, New Jersey, southward, all the way through Delaware and Maryland. So, yes, winter weather advisories are in effect from Monmouth County, New Jersey, all the way down to Newcastle and Kent and Delaware, all the way north and westward into Montgomery and Chester counties. More, of course, on this with my complete forecast coming up.
Winter storm is rapidly approaching the Philadelphia region.
And we'll refrain from making any cute references to white stuff. We'll let Rob Garino do that instead in First Weather on Fox. Rob?
Well, this is going to be a very tricky forecast for tomorrow. Some areas are going to start off with rain and then change to snow. Some areas are going to have all snow throughout the day. And now let's take a look at what's going on right now at the Doppler radar. And you see the green, that is all rain. The blue and the pink on your screen, that's a mixture of snow and ice, and that is moving in our direction. The storm track is critical tomorrow. That will be the difference as we zoom out just a bit on the radar screen, and that will tell us how much snow we do receive for tomorrow. Let's take a look at the track right now, and we will show you what we expect. If track number 1 stays to the south, and that is a possible scenario, it's a miss, basically. The storm goes out to sea, and one of the computer models is still saying that. We get nothing more than a clouds and a few flurries. However, most of the computers are leaning to track number 2, moves up the mid-Atlantic seaboard, quickly moves out of here, and it is a slushy mess for tomorrow because temperatures will stay above freezing all day, so we're not expecting any major road problems. When we come back a little later, we'll have an updated computer model forecast coming out in about 10 minutes, and we'll tell you how much snow will fall in your backyard. Back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Rob. It was a
52, the high today, the low 44, normally 40 and 25. Right now, we're still mild. 41 degrees temperature right now, actually our low temperature, 60% humidity, west winds at 6, pressure now rising, 30.01. And we are mostly clear at this hour as the clouds continue to remain off to the west. A lot of moisture from the west, westerly winds bringing the moisture down across the mountains. It warms and we are clear at this hour, but the next system approaching from the south and west, we're going to see the clouds increasing tomorrow morning, and then, yes, a dose of some rain, maybe even some snow for the Delaware Valley as this heads our way. Right now it's snow, not yet falling in Ohio, but it is falling from West Virginia down to Kentucky. Then it changes over to rain and even thunderstorms in the southeastern part of the United States around Georgia and Florida. All this is heading our way. What is happening is we're having a low pressure system form here in the southeastern part of the United States along with a front. and it's picking up a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and that moisture is spreading in the southeastern part of the country. It's going to continue to move up toward the north and east, right toward the mid-Atlantic, and yes, the New Jersey coastline. So the question is not, are we going to get some? I think it's going to be, how far north is the snow and rain going to spread? Here's how the idea is shaping up, at least from my perspective. Snow from northern New Jersey all the way down, possibly into Lancaster County, the western fringes of our viewing area, Philadelphia County, Delaware County, and then along the coastline of New Jersey all the way down into Delaware, we'll see some snow, but it could also mix in with some rain throughout the daytime hours. The whole system is out of here by tomorrow night, so a very quick moving system. We are looking at a possibility for about 1 inch of snow, especially around New Jersey where we could get more rain, possibly about 3 inches of snow as you move inland. Some areas could be the exception with 4 inches of snow. So yes, winter weather advisory from Montgomery to Chester County all the way down to Atlantic County. Let's check your forecast tonight and overnight. Mostly clear, low around 36. Tomorrow, clouds increasing, the snow and rain, highs in the mid-40s. Your extended outlook shows the system's out of here by Sunday. Another chance of rain and snow in here by Monday into Tuesday morning, then clearing up to partly cloudy by Wednesday. So yes, the roadways could be very messy and slick tomorrow, so take it easy along the roadways.
Well, we'll see what happens. Real football weather either way this weekend. Otis?
That's right. I think that we should get rid of the domes.
Get some milk and bread, right? I was kidding earlier. We really don't have to run to the grocery store. They're going to stay open. And good snowman snow, maybe, huh?
That's exactly right. We were talking about that earlier in the newsroom. This is the kind of snow that you make the snowballs and the snowmen and stuff like that. Don't throw them at anybody. But snow is on the way. It's going to be of the wet variety, so don't expect any road problems tomorrow. Let's get right to it. The weather meter for the weekend. And I guess if you're a skier, maybe that's an 8. But for most of us, we'll give it a 4 with that wet snow and rain coming in tomorrow. And we'll start to clear out on Sunday. We've had better weekends, but overall, it's not going to be all that bad. All right, let's check out the temperatures. Almanac page today, 52 the high this afternoon. Again, another day above normal. We've really had a lot of those in December so far. Low 36, normal 40 over 25, record high 68 in 1964, and 3 degrees back in 1983. All is quiet right now in Philadelphia, 36 degrees, humidity 69%, barometer rising just a bit, and the winds are 3 miles an hour. I guess a little mistake there. 30, they'd be a little windy out there, and no rain in the last 24 hours. All right, let's check out numbers around the area, pretty much holding in the 30s. Clear skies, the temperatures have fallen just a bit. Millville, Atlantic City now in the low 30s, but some cloud cover still to the north, keeping everyone close to the mid-30s or within a few degrees of that. All right, cloud cover, again, as we mentioned, there are some clear skies in South Jersey, parts of Pennsylvania. That's why we're cooling down just a bit, but here is that storm system we've been advertising all night long. It is moving in our direction. It has to cross the area tomorrow, one way or another. Here's radar right now, and this is very important. This band of precipitation should move off to the coast just a bit, and that's what we're expecting to happen. A storm developed right about near Hatteras, and normally that means a lot of snow for us, but this is going to pick up speed and pretty much ride along the coast and then go out to sea, so it doesn't really stay that long, and that's why we're not expecting a major snowstorm here. The other factor, of course, is the fact that temperatures will be above freezing, and we'll go in just a little bit closer here and show you, again, the radar one more time. Some snow here where there's some cold air, but a lot of this is still rain down here. This will all, again, move in our direction in the next 12 hours or so, expecting the snow to start about after 10 o'clock tomorrow. So here's the track system. What will happen? All right, track 1 is the scenario where we'll take it out to sea and say, we don't get anything, little flurries, nothing happens here, but we're still leaning to this track number 2, and you'll see why here. This one will sort of get closer, as I was showing you, off the Carolina coast, then up to Delaware, New Jersey. It's a slushy mess, 38 for a high. You don't get a lot of accumulation on the roads. That's good news. But the kids get to take the sled out. You get the idea. Pretty decent snow here. Little Christmas present. Philadelphia, 1 to 2 slushy inches. Now, off to the west, they're going to have a little bit less because the storm goes out to sea. 1 inch there. 1 inch in South Jersey because they'll start with some rain. And along the Jersey shore, we're expecting a rain-snow mixture, about 1 inch or less in the area. That's what we're expecting as the rain will start in the morning and then change over to snow. They'll be the last to change over sometime in the afternoon. So we'll recap it for you. Here's a forecast overnight tonight. Clouds, some breaks in the clouds, cool, temperatures pretty close to freezing, westerly winds at around 5 to 10. Tomorrow, the snow starts after 9 o'clock, rain in some spots, over to the wet snow, and a general 1 to 2, maybe a few isolated spots, 3 inches. That'll be the most for anybody. 39 degrees, northerly wind 10 to 15. For tomorrow night, we'll start to dry out just a bit after some light snow early evening, 27. Poconos and Shore pretty much showing 42 of the Jersey Shore, Poconos 36. And your extended forecast taking us through the rest of the holiday weekend does show sun and clouds Sunday 35. Interesting Monday, we could see another coastal storm with some snow. Again, a possibility, 36. Windy 35 Tuesday, Wednesday 33. Changing a little bit. Finally feeling a little bit like Christmas and a little bit like winter.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Thanks, Rob.
Is this coming your way? A storm dumped snow in Dallas, Texas. Now that it's left Texas, it has travel plans that may include your region. Good evening, everyone. I'm Larry King. We could get up to 4 inches or nothing. It all depends on what path the storm takes. Familiar story, right? News 3's Carol Erickson is tracking the storm, and she joins us live from the Weather Center with the latest. Carol?
Well, we are just about a week into winter, and here we go. We've got a winter weather advisory for 4 inches of snow, of wet snow possible from Philadelphia south and east, with a little bit lesser amounts to the north and west of the city. Now, the amounts are still not certain. It all depends on the track of the storm. I'll show you that in just a second. The road temperatures, however, should stay above the freezing mark, so we're thinking at this point that this should mostly be a grassy surface accumulation. All right, you can see this big band down through the south, and that is the area where we are getting the storm activity. Now, that is going to be tracking. We're going to see a low pressure system here. It will be moving up the coast. It just depends how close to the coast it gets. 50 miles one way or another could really tell the difference in this. 50 miles farther out into the Atlantic Ocean, we won't get anything. And 50 miles closer to the coast, we'll see a pretty significant snowfall for a bigger area. So I will be back in just a little bit with the full forecast. I'll go back to you now, Larry.
Thank you, Carol. And because of all this, for the first time in months, we are ready to open our storm center. Stay with News 3 for complete coverage of the incoming snow. News 3 is first on the air Saturday mornings with News 3 Weekend beginning at 6 a.m. And for continuing coverage, keep your radio tuned to KYW News Radio 1060.
What KYW News 3 continues with the Franklin Institute forecast.
Good evening, my friends. Well, if you wanted a white Christmas, it's a little late. It may be coming tomorrow. We are watching this big storm system. This is a huge low pressure system. It's going to be tracking up the Atlantic coast. By tomorrow morning, it's going to be off our coastline. And the situation is, it depends on how close it is to our coast. 50 miles this way, this storm that we're talking about that could be bringing up to 4 inches won't really materialize. Maybe just some rain. But if it gets a little bit closer, a broader area of our viewing area will be seeing some of this precipitation. So this is something we are definitely watching tonight. The computer models are helping us greatly. They're getting more in alignment. So it does look like we do deserve this weather advisory that the National Weather Service has posted for our area. 4 inches of wet snow possible from the city, south and east. Lesser amounts to the north and the west. We're talking between 1 to 3 inches of very wet snow. The amounts are still not certain. It does, again, depend on the track of this storm. But the road temperatures, because look how warm these temperatures have been, they should stay above freezing, these road temperatures, which is certainly good news if you're out driving. This should be a grassy surface accumulation. Also, cars and possibly bridges and overpasses. So just be particularly careful. The storm started in Texas. You can see where it's going now. And again, it is certainly encroaching upon our area. You can see on the radar just how close it's all getting. Now, one of the things that we are really glad for tonight, that's the cloud cover, because that will keep our temperatures a little bit warmer. Of course, the lower they get and the closer they get to 32, the more of a problem we've got. But right now, this cloud cover acting like a blanket should be keeping our temperatures up just a little bit tonight. Still on the borderline, though. 35 degrees presently in Philadelphia, 30 in Wrightstown, 40 in Atlantic City. The coastal areas will be spared probably any significant snowfall whatsoever that's just too warm along that area. So for tonight, the clouds will be increasing. Temperatures between 30 and 35 degrees. Again, that wet snow advisory for tomorrow, 4 inches, city south and east, less than that to the north and the west. And we are looking for this to start in the morning. Could be lasting 4, 5, 6 hours as it goes. And just remember, this wet snow sticks together. The visibilities could be reduced tomorrow. Looks like this system will still be here through the early part of Saturday evening, and then it moves out of here. High pressure comes in. Sunday looks like partly cloudy. Monday looks like we could be getting a really big storm. We're still watching that one. Tuesday, windy, and Wednesday, things clear out again. So take it easy if you're going to be out driving over the weekend. Larry.
Thank you, Cal. Just a reminder, we're getting ready to open the News 3 Storm Center to give you complete coverage of the incoming snow. News 3 weekend begins tomorrow morning, first on the air at 6 o'clock. And for continuing coverage, keep your radio tuned to KYW News Radio 1060. Still